In 1961, at the Willard Hotel in Washington, D.C., Benjamin H. Friedman delivered a speech analyzing the geopolitical forces behind U.S. foreign policy, particularly concerning Zionism and its influence on global events. He argued that political Zionist efforts played a key role in shaping major 20th century conflicts, including both world wars, and warned that continued entanglement in Middle Eastern affairs could lead to another global war. Friedman's key points included the Balfour Declaration and World War I. He claimed that Zionist leaders facilitated U.S. entry into World War I by securing British support for a Jewish homeland in Palestine in exchange for political and financial backing of the Allied war effort. World War II and the creation of Israel. He contended that similar diplomatic maneuvering contributed to U.S. involvement in World War II and later to the establishment of Israel in 1948. Warnings about future conflicts. Friedman cautioned that U.S. support for Zionist policies could escalate tensions in the Middle East, potentially leading to a major global conflict. Distinction between Judaism and Zionism. He emphasized that Zionism was a political movement separate from the Jewish religion, and that not all Jewish people supported its objectives. About Benjamin H. Friedman. Benjamin H. Friedman was an American businessman, political commentator, and former insider in elite political circles. Born into a Jewish family, he was once actively involved in Zionist organizations and had close connections to influential figures in the U.S. government. However, he later became a vocal critic of Zionism, believing it to be a manipulative political movement that exerted undue influence over U.S. foreign policy. Friedman's diplomatic experiences, particularly his work with the League of Nations and his extensive travels, shaped his understanding of international affairs. He personally observed how Zionist political strategies influenced global diplomacy and how their lobbying efforts sought to shape world events in their favor. His exposure to high-level discussions within the League of Nations gave him first-hand insight into the ways in which Zionist leaders leveraged international agreements and negotiations to advance their objectives. Disillusioned by what he perceived as Zionism's control over Western policies, Friedman dedicated much of his life to exposing its influence over governments, media, and financial institutions. He funded publications, gave speeches, and worked to challenge mainstream narratives, advocating for policies that prioritized American national interests and sought to keep the U.S. out of unnecessary foreign conflicts. In 1961,